I mean, in the end, if you are the one paying for your wedding, you have a lot of say. If it's someone else, then that other person. So it's always a take.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you are covering for most of your wedding, you will have a say. If you are not, then
exactly my point.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to the Rab Spa. My friend Sackry Papillon owns the spa, so I'm going to have a conversation with her about, is it weddings? She had a wedding, and yeah, we are just going to have a conversation. So I just got here. I'm going to get in and then I'll take you along with me. Welcome. So this is the wrap.
What do you want me to open for you?
This is the wrap. Hi. Mambo.
Poa, karibu.
Asante. This, how beautiful is this place? This is the reception. Oh, this is reception area, and that is Yoha. That is Yoha. You'll find at the reception. Upstairs there is the massage thing, right? Yeah, massage room. Here there are these cute paintings. Hello, beautiful. Wake up and pray. This is the nail area. Hi, Sackry.
Hi, Happy.
So I was late and I found her doing her nails. This is Sackry. And this is the nail area. Do you know
Dr. Venture.
This is Dr. Venture, the nail expert. Okay, now what is this? Oh, to do your nails you have to... Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and this is it. And then there's an upstairs. Yeah, so I'm waiting for Sackry to do her nails, and then I'm going to have an interview with her. So stay around. Yeah. You have become serious suddenly. Oh, all right, so we just moved. We were at the reception area, but some guest clients were coming in, so we just came upstairs. So we're going to continue the video here.
Yeah.
So Sackry, our newest bride, she just got married and she had a destination wedding. It was in Arusha. What was the camp called?
Maramboi tented camps.
Yeah, dream wedding. You know those weddings of 100 people. She had it. So
dream wedding.
Yeah. So I'm sitting down here with her today. She's going to give us some tips. I'll share as well my own tips on how to have a wedding on a budget. But we're also going to talk on things we are willing to splurge on when you're having a wedding. So.
Yeah, splurge on and budget on.
Yeah, so what you are going to splurge on, what you are going to budget on. So yeah, you can begin, Sackry.
Yeah.
What is budgeting on?
Budgeting on. So I think from the beginning, we need to mention that I didn't have a committee. That's where the problem begins.
For Tanzanian weddings.
Yeah, for Tanzanian weddings, if you have a committee, that's where the problem begins. Because to me, I had to consult some friends, relatives, cousins, aunties, and whatnot on my pre-wedding and my mahari, and I ended up spending so much money for nothing. So I thought for my wedding I should really be on a budget. and do what I want, not what everybody wants.
Okay.
So we didn't have a committee at all. In my regard, committees are what they missed in their wedding, what they would like to do in your wedding that they missed in their wedding, what they would like to see, and not what you want. So it's always very, very confusing. So we consulted a wedding planner for starters, and the wedding planner's job was to look for a location for us, because we wanted a destination wedding for sure, without thinking twice. And we really wanted a place that guys will have an experience, because my family is from Arusha, my husband's family is from Kenya, and some of our friends and relatives are from all over the place in the world. We wanted them to have a very amazing experience, and not just come for a wedding at a hall and then waamke asubuhi waondoke. We didn't want that. Yeah. So for sure, we really wanted an amazing destination wedding. So we met this guy called Andrew. He's our family friend. He owns Chimbuko, where he does destinations within Tanzania. And he recommended several places. After checking and figuring out several places, my husband and I decided we'll go for Maramboi tented camps. And only because it was the only venue that did not have some bookings. We wanted a wedding that starts from afternoon to the following day. No limits. Drink, eat, party all night long till morning.
Go on.
Yeah.
So drink, eat, and everything, and then?
Yeah, so drink, eat, and marry throughout. We really budgeted on a couple of things. We had, so in the beginning, we had planned on Alex takes over. Alex is my husband. He takes over some items, and I take over some items. My items were decor, MC, gifts, souvenirs, lights, and food, and and candles. That's it. Those are the only things I was subjected to. For my husband, he was working on the venue, the sleeping arrangement, the traveling arrangement, so the logistics altogether. And then the food, drinks, and band. Or entertainment. So everyone had their own budget to deal with. Obviously, he took the bigger budget because, as you know, when you're going to the national park, you have to pay entry fee, you have to pay park fees, you have to pay, the sleeping there is slightly expensive, and food and drinks are slightly expensive as well. So also food and drinks was on him because the venue was only giving us 4 drinks and a plate of meal, but we had to buy extra things like extra goats because we wanted a barbecue theme at night. We wanted endless nyama choma for guys that will be drinking all night. We wanted endless bottomless drinks for people that will be partying and drinking tonight. So we had to buy extra drinks, and we spent 3-point-something million on the drinks. The food, Alex had paid for it within the venue and the parking and the park fees and entry fee altogether. So he had a budget of about, I would say the amount, but like 80% of what the normal Tanzanian weddings would cost. So thinking of it, tuseme kama mtu ana like from 5 to 10 million or from 5 to 12 million for hall. He took that in and did not spend on hall, but he spent it on food and drinks. If you say you're doing food and drinks for the normal Tanzanian wedding, it will be about 8 to 10 million or 6 to 10 million. We had only 3 million because we still had the local beers and house wine that was given by the venue.
Just a moment. So you are trying to, you didn't pay for hall?
No, not at all. We had the entire venue for the 24 hours that we were there. Yeah, so we cut down on hall. We had no hall business. Yeah. Then for the decor, I really went minimal. I got lights from Da because in Arusha it's very difficult to get decor, especially in the heavy seasons of wedding, which is October, November, December. Yeah. So I took the lights from here and I paid about 400,000 to 400 and something to get the lights to Marambori. And the guy, I had to pay for his entrance and his sleep and his food, transport, obviously. Then for flowers, because flowers come from Kenya, and my sister and my in-laws and my sister-in-law live in Kenya, I told them to come with the flowers. So they came with the flowers from Kenya, and they were very fresh and nice. So I paid about 1.2 million for the flowers, which would have costed me about 3 to 4 million here. So flowers and everything else about the flowers. And then we had candles that were for guys to take away, and they had our wedding. So they had Sackry and Ophir wedding,
like a souvenir.
Yes, like souvenirs. Although we had souvenir gifts. So the candles were scented candles from Chappie Candles.
I'll probably put them.
Yes,
Instagram.
Yeah. They were like 800,000, and I think that was about it.
So did you?
We also had gunias that were done by Tina.
Tina, my sister.
Yeah. So she saw the runner that I walked on to go to the altar, and then she also did the gunias that had. I'll send you pictures that you can share.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we did very, very basic things, and everything was DIY. So I was bouncing ideas between myself, my sister-in-law, the Planet Z, Anita from the Planet Z, Sharifa, Tina, Samira, and Denise. So we're sharing ideas between ourselves, and at the end of it, we had something solid. So every time they kept on saying, no, have more flowers, no, have more this, I kept on toning them down, or they kept on toning me down, because I even wanted doves, my friend, or balloons. They were like, no, you'll scare the zebras away. So, yeah. So ideally, it's very minimal when it comes to the details, because at the end of the day, you don't need a charger plate. You don't need 6 glasses on the table for each person. A champagne glass, a wine glass, a sweetening glass. You don't need all that. You don't need to feed and make guys get drunk for just 4 hours and then rush each and everything for 4 or 5 hours, and then they go home. You don't need all that. You just need a nice merry day that you'll have a good time, but at a basic budget.
Oh, that's interesting. So how much do you think you spent on decor? Because I know for sure decor, okay, standard wedding would have anywhere from 5-10 million, some even 20-30
I didn't even
million.
get to 4 million, to be honest.
But I must commend you. You are such a DIY person.
Yes, very.
Yeah, so because I know a couple of things, like you've thought of the runner. It's just, okay, magunia. I'll put a picture, but it's just magunia. You just need the fundi. Simple, but they make sense.
So much sense. Yes, definitely.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
What else? MC?
So for us, the MC was Mimi Mars, who is my little cousin sister. It was really nice because I won't say the cost, but she's cheaper than most of the MCs, and then she knows how to control both the DJ and the crowd. She understands sound systems very, very well. So it was very, very cheaper for us to deal with her. She could control us at some point and tell us, guys, relax, I got this and I know how to do this. She could control the crowd in terms of speeches are this number of speeches. This is how we go about it. This is what I want in terms of the flow of things. When it came to gifting and the like, we had a system that my husband and I decided. In gifting, you get a card as you enter the hotel to take your to go to the room. You leave your gift there because the rooms were far from the venue, not very far, but they were like a kilometer or so. So if you have a big gift, you just leave it at the reception. You take a card that has a number. When your number is called, you come, you present your gift. So all the gifts were collected. So everything was in proper order. and everything was slightly cheap. I know for most of the Tanzanian MCs, they're from 3 million. Ukitaka kwanza, the famous MCs, they're from 3 million.
First,
to
you have to book them like so many months before.
Yes.
Make a deposit. So
exactly. So even for Mimi Maz, we had to book her earlier because MCing is not her basic job. Basic job is music. So, and she even managed to perform within the venue. It was really, really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So we've talked about food, we've talked about MC, decor, most of it was DIY, and drinks as well. And you didn't also have a lot of guests.
Yes. So when it came to who we invite for the wedding, it was very important for us to get guys that are really, really willing to come for the wedding.
Okay.
You know, what we get wrong is we think each and everybody is a person that we want to come for the wedding. Okay. But ideally, it's not. Okay. Guys just want to come and drink and have merry because it's in their convenience. Okay. Mimi naishi Sinza, kuna harusi Sinza. Mimi naishi Mbezi, kuna harusi Mbezi. Au mimi naishi Sinza, kuna harusi Mbezi. Evo. And they still show up for them. But if you tell someone, my wedding is in Arusha, my wedding is in Nairobi, my wedding is in Tarangire, I want you to come, they start thinking of how will I get there. That's one. So that's very important. And the fact that they have to pay for their own logistics, they have to pay for their sleeping arrangements. That already cuts down the number of people that you want. You only will get the people that genuinely want to be there for your day, period. That's it. So for us, we sent invites to all our friends, all our families. You didn't come because you were attending another wedding and you were a bridesmaid. Yeah. But I know for sure you would come. I had friends that didn't come but already paid for their sleeping arrangements and their logistics. Didn't come because their parents were sick or they had a thing to do, a thing or two to do. So what you get is people that are really, really longing to come or they are willing to come to celebrate with you your day. And that's what we wanted. So we had 139 people that came for the wedding, but people that slept in the premise was 107. We were meant to have only 97 people, including me and my husband. Okay. So we went 10 people more, which they coordinated to have 3 beds instead of 2 beds in a twin room. Okay. Yeah.
So you had 139 people, because I remember my one, and you knew all of them?
I knew most of them.
Because I had 700 people, I think, and I don't even...
I didn't know all of them because they were my in-laws' friends and they were my parents' friends. So I didn't know about 20 people only.
Oh my goodness! I don't. Yeah. Okay, I probably didn't even meet like half the people came for my wedding.
You have like 600 people here, including myself.
Yeah. So okay, your number, because I personally feel like there are things I can't control. Number of people I can't control. So it's communion and whatnot. But I also get it from if you're trying to. I also get like the dream would have been a destination wedding, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind the number of people. Okay.
No, I'm happy. Thing is, guys want to conform to the normal basic things. To a Tanzanian wedding in a hall because your parents, because they are friends of friends, because God knows what. Because
yes.
However, you can decide after you've planned everything. Say, hi, mom, hi, dad. We are going to. And this is what it is, and this is how it is. Problem is, we wait for our parents to pay for our wedding, so they dictate what they can have in our weddings.
But of course, I mean, in the end, if you are the one paying for your wedding, you have a lot of say. If it's someone else, then that other person. So it's always a take.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you are covering for most of the wedding, you will have a say. If you are not, then
exactly my point. Yeah.
So that's what you are willing to budget for, and what were you willing to splurge on? Thank you.
So we were happy to budget on decor, on Actually, I need to mention about the clothes, the entire outfit.
Okay.
So for me, I wore a dress that's not more than 300,000.
Congratulations, because when I think about how much I spent, by the way, this is something I was willing to splurge on. My wedding dress, I'm going to get married only once, so I might as well just spend.
No.
But now it is sitting in my wardrobe, and
Yes.
I bought it. It was expensive, so I'm not sure, but I spent a lot of money.
I have a friend of mine that went to South Africa to buy the wedding dress, and she bought it at $9,000, and it's under her bed.
In fact, I've been trying to. I want to get rid of my. Yes. I'm not.
But you don't know how to.
Yeah, I've even tried selling it online. I've still not sold it.
So I wore a dress that's not more than 300,000.
Okay.
And I wore sneakers because I noticed so many brides try to wear glittering nice shoes, and they end up being hurt, and in the middle of the night they change those expensive glittering shoes to slippers. So I had sneakers on for the entire wedding. My husband had a simple suit that didn't have a shirt or a tie because he's not a suit person. So he had a blazer that he can wear any other day, and he had a trouser that he will never wear. That for sure I know. And he had a t-shirt on, and everyone was going crazy
because of
asking him, what's going on? Why are you wearing a t-shirt? You know? And he had safari boots because, we were in a safari wedding.
That's nice. So you were willing to not spend a lot of money on your dress. I was willing to, but I wasn't willing to go extra crazy. I don't understand why someone should have like 2 dresses, because the whole day is less than 24 hours. You are probably going to wear that dress for less than 10 hours.
Yes, you won't get time to change.
But to each their own. But I'm always like, do you really need 2 dresses, 2 expensive dresses that you're not going to wear again
for the rest of your life?
Yeah. So what are you willing to spend money on?
Oh my God, we were willing so much to spend money on food, entertainment, and drinks. And then for me and my husband, just for ourselves, we were really willing to spend money on our wedding bands. So we discussed this, and we said after the wedding, apart from the certificate that you don't carry every day, what do you carry every day apart from your love for each other that signifies your bond? So to us, our wedding bands were something that we really, really wanted to spend on. And we didn't put a limit of a budget to it. We chose what we liked, and then we went and searched for what we liked and got what we liked. Yeah.
Okay. I think I could have spent money on photography. I love pictures, so I was like,
I spent 0 dimes.
How did you spend 0 dimes?
I didn't have photographers.
And pictures?
Everyone was a photographer.
That's interesting. So how did you get your photos?
So ideally, we kept on announcing that you need to use the hashtag the of yours, hashtag Sackry of your, hashtag the of yours, and we kept on telling guys to tag us to use the hashtag, and we collected over 500 pictures that were amazing, and we kept on using them. The very good part of this is my husband works with so many photographers in his office. So guys came with their own cameras, and they were willing to take pictures, and they were willing to share with people. Most people had very good smartphones. If you invite 100 and something people, you're inviting guys that would really love to come, and they have good smartphones, phones that are able to take good pictures. And they spent their time to tag us. And we've collected over 500 pictures and over 100 videos just for free.
Which is interesting, because I remember when we were planning for our wedding, you have the best photographers in town are booked. We were getting married around October. This is busy season, I think.
Extremely
is October,
busy season.
November,
December.
and December. So you go to them, they're expensive, maybe 3 million and more. They need a deposit.
A month.
So by the time we're like, you go and okay, we are going to use you. You come back, you make the deposit. They're already taken. It's just a whole other mess. So
yeah.
okay, I'm passionate about photos, so I want good photos. So sometimes I don't mind spending a lot on photos. I
But I've
don't
got
mind
good photos.
So,
I'll share with you some of my good photos.
So I don't mind spend. I'm one of those people who's like, maybe if I get someone cheaper, maybe the quality won't be nice. So I wouldn't mind. I don't regret spending on photography. So it's one of those. Yeah.
So you splurged on photography. I didn't. Did you splurge on your wedding rings?
No, I didn't splurge. I think I'm not that big on jewelry. I think I'm not that big. So as much as
It's
I was
something
like,
that you're wearing for the rest of your life.
but
You can always change earrings. You can always change your necklace, but you can never change your wedding band.
but it wasn't something that it has to be a certain cost or what. There are things I like. There are things I'm interested in, but I wasn't really cool. It
Thinking
wasn't
of
that
it
thing.
right now. Don't you think you should have taken the money you spent on your dress to your rings?
But I just know I spent a lot on my dress. Would I do it again? I probably would. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
knowing you,
envious.
you probably
yes.
would.
And yes, I'm envious you didn't spend as much.
I didn't.
But, yes, but
I wear my
would still
sneakers
wear
now.
I would still wear my wedding dress. But I still wouldn't spend a lot of money on a wedding ring. I wouldn't spend, but I wouldn't want something so basic, but I also wouldn't spend so much money. It shouldn't stress me.
Yeah, definitely. It shouldn't stress you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we saved on our wedding attire so much money. And we went all hard on, we got the best band. The band played amazing music. We gave them our wedding playlist, and I think it's very important for guys to understand.
How do you have a wedding? Okay, I tried making a playlist, but it was I just had too many things to do that. How did you manage having a wedding playlist?
Okay, so right now digital is so easy. So Alex was like so relaxed about wedding songs. I wasn't, because at some point nilienda kwenye harusi ya a friend of mine, and she had a band in her wedding, and the band was singing do you know that song of tunagombania mali za marehemu or something?
I don't
There's
know.
a Swahili song that's a very old song. But